Everyone reacts differently when a loved one is diagnosed with cancer. One woman in northern British Columbia is taking to the Pacific Ocean. Dayna Mckay plans to swim from Prince Rupert back to her First Nations community, almost 60 kilometers away, to raise money and awareness in the fight against cancer. Chris Brown has her remarkable story.
Cancer touches so many Canadian families, but few have taken on the mighty Pacific Ocean in the way Dayna Mckay has to try to beat it.
I'm doing it for Billy, my Uncle Billy. We found out 2009 he was diagnosed with prostate cancer.
We're in BC's wild north coast in the community of Port Simpson, but most refer to it by its First Nations name, Kw'alaams. Usually, it's an easy ferry trip from Prince Rupert to get here, but Dayna Mckay isn't going the easy way. The 44-year-old mother of 4 and grandmother is going to swim. 58 kilometers in the cold Pacific Ocean, where the currents can be ferocious. This is Mckay's home. The ocean is at her front door, and her attempt to conquer it, she says, is a metaphor for the fight against the killer disease.
I've never heard of anybody swimming from their village to another city and dedicate it to somebody that you really care for.
Now, just to put this in perspective, to take this speedboat at top speed to Prince Rupert, it would take at least an hour. Dayna Mckay will be in the water for 19. Put another way, this crossing will be longer than swimming across Lake Ontario and more than 1.5 times the width of the English Channel. John Helene has been helping Mckay prepare.
That's the open Pacific out there. We can't count on is the weather. You know, it might be blowing a gale that day and we don't know that, but you can't always predict the weather up here with any accuracy, so you know, it's just something that she'll have to contend with. But she's been practicing a lot, and she's fit and she's determined and she's going to do it.
Yeah, how cold is it out there?
It's not that cold.
Mckay is an unconventional endurance athlete. Indeed, she'd barely even swam in a pool until a few years ago, much less in the ocean. Now look at her.
Oh God, I love being out here. Now I know what the fishermen feel like when they're on the boats. And as soon as they see it nice and calm, or days like this, they want to be out on the water. So for me, I want to be in the water. 1
more hour of falling tide to go.
What's even more incredible about what Mckay is doing is that she's made the swim once already, last summer. More than 2,000 people were on hand in Prince Rupert when she finally staggered onto shore. The tides, the currents, the weather, it was all as tough as advertised, she says.
There's a lot of people right here in the village and even in Rupert that kind of doubted it was going to happen.
Anxiously awaiting Mckay's arrival that night was her grandmother, 80-year-old Beatrice Bryant.
I was kind of worried because we don't know what's in that ocean. You know, there could be killer whales in that ocean. You never know what's going to be there and how far is she going to get before she gets tired. I didn't know whether I wanted to cry or scream, or when she put her hand up like that, and then I thought, oh my God, she did it and she made it. Her dream came through.
And of course, it's not just her dream anymore. An entire community has been awed by her perseverance. No one more so than Uncle Billy, whose fight against cancer inspired her to swim.
And I just got off my chemo about 3-4 months ago now, and I'm feeling quite a bit better. So I can't thank her enough for what she's done for me and the community and the awareness of cancer. So,
are you thinking about all the other things that have gone into why you're in the water?
Yeah, I do stop just to take in everything, and I just picture coming home, and I'm looking forward to that.
Last year, her swim raised $25,000 in sponsorships. She's hoping to hit $100,000 this time. And so at 6 p.m. Friday, she'll slip back into the Pacific, swimming the other direction so she can leave Prince Rupert and end up back home. And this time, there's no one doubting she can do it. Chris Brown, CBC News, Port Simpson, BC.
Ross Hull has your national forecast just ahead.